Hey bro, I think one of my friends might have a psychiatric disability.
What kind of disability is that? Does he mean he does not like LeBron James?
I don't know. Let's ask Dr. C.
Dr. C, can you help us? What is psychiatric disability?
What do you mean, guys? Let me sip my coffee. Hold on, let me get a sip. People with people that might have a psychiatric disability are, according to my peer, Dr. Patrick Corrigan, people with psychiatric disabilities are as complex and diverse as the population in general. People with psychiatric disabilities are those that live with a diagnosed mental illness over a significant period of time, and that mental illness is causing a barrier and stumbling blocks to them completing their life goals. Can you guys give me, now that I said that, can you guys give me some examples of a psychiatric disability?
What about depression?
Okay, good.
Schizophrenia?
Good.
PTSD?
Okay. You chaps seems pretty smart. What college program are you in?
We're in the Master of Rehabilitation Counseling program at the University of Texas at El Paso.
Okay. Can anyone of you tell me what psychiatric rehabilitation is then?
Dr. C, I know the answer.
Okay.
The principles of PR have two different approaches, the person and the community. This is meant to impact individuals and their challenges to guide providers in their engagement with people with disabilities and the community they live in. Also, strategies are tools that rehabilitation providers are used to accomplish their goals. There are 12 different strategies that help engage people and help them move forward. These include basic listening skills, problem-solving skills, instrumental and social support, shared decision-making, goal setting, skills training, transfer training, cognitive rehabilitation or therapy, mindfulness, family education and support, relapse prevention, and harm reduction.
Great job, Sal. I know that living with mental disabilities myself, I had the privilege of working with counselors and developing a great support system that gave me hope and increased my self-efficacy, or how well I think I can get things done, that create my own personal high outcome expectations for my life, leading to my belief that there is a possibility for total recovery. This idea of recovery, or that someone living with mental illness should be empowered to direct not only their treatment, but their life goals. This has also led in the fight for advocacy for persons living with disabilities, living with mental illness, or even living with disabilities. Psychiatric rehabilitation has created a new voice in the life of those living with mental illness. They do not have to be institutionalized. That doesn't have to be the only source of treatment. They can live within the community and direct their own independent lives. Can either of you name some settings one might participate in psychiatric rehabilitation services?
I know.
Okay.
Some of the resources are the El Paso Psychiatric Center, El Paso Behavioral Health System,
Okay.
the Texas Health and Humane Services, Emergence Health Network, Sovereign Health Treatment Center, and if you're a UTEP student, the UTEP Counseling and Psychological Services Center.
Okay, pretty good. What are some of the specific roles that exist in psychiatric rehabilitation? Services structure.
I know, sorry
Okay.
for interrupting.
No problem.
A little bit of enthusiasm. One thing that we should always consider in the roles that are engaged in PR, there's a plethora of group of stakeholders that play a role in PR. The central role, of course, is the person. They are the most responsible for creating goals and creating an environment of health and wellness for themselves. Another role is their support system. This can be friends, family, peers that support them in achieving their goals. Lastly, I want to mention rehabilitation providers that they are there to provide services for them. For example, some of the examples in El Paso include TWCVR services for veterans, vocational rehabilitation services, as well as independent rehabilitation services, as well as other organizations mentioned prior.
I just wanted to mention helping developing coping skills and life goals. There are also one of the largest nonprofit organizations grassroots organizations, the National Alliance of Mental Illness, we have our own branch in El Paso, and they do a great job of doing that.
Nice.
Okay, what role do you guys think evidence-based research play in psychiatric rehabilitation?
Well, research proves that something works. It means that there's a significant effect, which proves that a certain rehabilitation practice is effective. Some of these evidence-based practices of psychiatric rehabilitation therapies include cognitive enhancement, as well as community integration.
You know, through psychiatric rehabilitation, you know, we can push back the many stereotypes and negative bias or stigma that exists today regarding those living with mental illness. Can either of you give me some example of the stigma associated with those living with mental illness that you've seen?
I can.
Sal?
They're dangerous.
Okay.
They're crazy.
All right.
They depend on the system.
Okay.
They can't work.
They cannot have any romantic relationships.
Okay.
And they can't live without their medications.
Through the principles and strategies and roles of psychiatric rehabilitation, we can reduce the stigma associated to many living with mental illness. If there is anyone that is watching this video that are living with a psychiatric disability, or if you know anyone that does and needs help, Fabian, could you share those settings again and the contact numbers for those that provide those services that would help them?
Absolutely. So first we have the El Paso Psychiatric Center. You can reach them at 915-532-2202. The El Paso Behavioral Health System, 915-544-4000. The Texas Health and Humane Services at 1-888-963-7111. Emergence Health Network, 915-533-0998. And the Sovereign Health Treatment Centers, 915-206-5372. For UTEP students, we have the UTEP Counseling and Psychological Services, 915-747-5302.
Thank you so much. Remember, psychiatric rehabilitation, restore, empower, live a healthy, independent life with mental illness in the community. My name is Dr. C.
I'm Fabian Marquez.
And I'm Sal Rios.
Thank you very much for watching.